Hello everybody and welcome on into a brand new episode of Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. My name is Sean and every Wednesday and Saturday I try the weird, the wonderful, the limited edition. And if that sounds like fun, subscribe and ring the bell down below. You can also leave me a comment if there's something you'd like to see on a future episode, what it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of Taste Test. Thanks so much for watching. Welcome on in. And we are going back to an item that I'm pretty sure I've had within the last year, or at least a brand, I guess, within the last year. I think I was in this space. I know that's not a great timeline for how long it's been, but I enjoyed them. And I'm excited that they have a threequel, basically, that came out somewhat recently, but it did take me a little bit to find. And that is the Chex Mix Remix Buffalo Sandwich. Is there one? Herbs and spice. Okay. I was curious because I'd kind of taken like a peek at what the flavors were, and I noticed that there were pickles on the bag. But these are the Chex Mix Remix. They had pizza, and I am blanking on the other one. I forget what that one was. You can let me know down in the comments below. But they had two of them. They were an interesting concept. I like the idea behind them, and I like buffalo chicken sandwiches, so I got very excited about this. I had originally found the other two that are still available. Zesty Taco was the other one. Zesty Taco and pizza. Boom, nailed it. I'd originally found them at a Maverick, and I've seen them here and there. And when I was looking for these, that was kind of my first thought, was like, okay, I'll go to the Maverick and hopefully they'll have them. And I didn't see them for a while, and I was kind of wondering, like, am I ever going to see them? Did I make this up? Did I have a dream? And I just wanted this to exist in real life. And then at Fred Meyer, I was able to find this family-sized bag. This is the only size bag I've seen them in, though I'm sure they're in smaller bags. But I did find these at Fred Meyer, and they consist of 4 different types of Chex. Or Chex Mix ingredients. If you don't know what Chex Mix are, it's Chex with other stuff. Pretty good. I like it. So it's kind of like that really nice combination of, I like the idea of Chex Mix, which is a little surprising considering that it's foods mixing, and I like the concept of a chicken sandwich or a buffalo chicken sandwich. How do those work? And then having the Chex Mix remixes be an interesting and fun concept previously. Why wouldn't I be excited about this? So this has 4 pieces: herbs, spices and herbs, Chex, ranch flavored wing puff, toasted breadsticks, and buffalo cheese sauce, or buffalo sauce Chex. I don't know. There's no cheese. Buffalo sauce Chex. I must have seen the CH and was like, buffalo cheese. Absolutely. So let's crack these open. Smells like a buffalo. That ranch is really coming through. It mixes nicely with the buffalo. It's an enticing smell. Yeah, that smells like what you would want to smell it. So we'll try and grab the 4 pieces. Oh boy. What is it? Breadstick puff. Where's the puff? You must be the puff. They don't look how they do on the bag. The puff looks like it's a little taller. 3 and 4. Okay. So, set these off to the side. There is the buffalo. Here is the other Chex that I kind of forgot what it was. This one is the little breadstick thing. And this one is the puff, which just does not look the way it does on the bag. Or maybe I just misinterpreted it. We'll try all 4 at once. A little spice there, a little kick. It mixes really nicely. The buffalo isn't too strong. A little bit of a kick here at the end as I'm finishing through the bite. There is a flavor. Let me see if I can figure out which one. I'm pretty sure it's the ranch puff that is really coming through, which is a little surprising. I think you get a good amount of the toasted breadstick, which is a positive. I think this is probably the best of the 3, just in the way it mixes. You get the breadstick, which is the bread. You get that ranch. It might be a little overpowering, but it's definitely there. You get the heat from the buffalo sauce, though I don't taste a ton of buffalo flavor. Let me give another one a shot here. And then the herbs and spices kind of feels like it's mixing it a little bit. That one's probably the one that gets lost the most. But seeing as how I'm not super concerned with that one, I guess that would be the chicken flavor then, kind of sort of thing. Okay, well, Maybe the buffalo doesn't necessarily need to taste like buffalo sauce. It probably should, but if it's more just going for the idea. This is an interesting one. This is a really interesting one. Let's try... Now, here's a puff that looks a lot more like what it does on the bag. It must be the herb and spice that was really coming through. Well, that's definitely a wheat Chex. Weird that I would recognize that. I bit into that one, and I could feel the texture of it being like, I got to suffer through this last bag of Chex, so Mom will buy the trio pack at Costco so that we can get the rice and the corn back. I gotta soldier on. And then where's the breadstick? Yeah, the breadstick really comes through. I think these are great. They're such a weird item because they, together, all four of them make sense and work really well. I don't know that any of them really individually do. The breadstick is probably the best, but it's also the most like plain flavor of just like breadstick. It's like you have a pretzel or whatever. The buffalo cheese or the buffalo sauce, I don't know. I said cheese and I threw myself off. The buffalo sauce mix is good, but it doesn't taste a lot like buffalo. It kind of just has that general like heat flavor to it, but it's such a nice kick with all the other flavors that I think it really works. Individually, I don't think it's super great. The wing puff is pretty solid. I guess that would maybe taste more like chicken. I don't know. It's a wing. I'm kind of a sucker for puffs. I like that texture and I like that generally. And then the herbs and spices is pretty okay, but all four of them together really work well, which is that weird thing where it's like, you're not really going to eat these individually. You're probably just going to scoop a handful, throw it in there, see what you get. These are such a fascinating item to me. I think they're good. I think they are worth trying. I don't know if you would necessarily need a family-sized bag of them, but if you find them like at a gas station, or like I specifically use the example of Maverick, and they're in the smaller form bag, I don't think they're a bad buy at all, especially if you like the Zesty Taco, if you like the pizza one that they did. Was it pizza? I said that real confidently, but I don't remember. Anyway, if you like the other Chex Mix remix, or at least even just like the concept of it, these are worth a try. And I think that's what's so fun about these is, hey, it's this weird kind of idea that's four different pieces that work together, but like it's just a fun thing to try, and that is what I like to showcase on this show every once in a while. Plus, I was excited about the flavor because I like a buffalo chicken or a buffalo sandwich. I didn't even say buffalo chicken. Weird. Huh. I might just be adding words in everywhere. My bad. Sorry, folks. Anyway, if you'd like to watch me add more words into more things, you can subscribe and ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos, and you can watch all kinds of other extra words and sentences that probably don't belong there. You can also subscribe right over here. You can watch the episodes of Taste Test, the whole playlist, right up here, and you can watch me yell at digital umpires right over there. Leave comments down below if there's something you'd like to see on the channel, what it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of Taste Test, and until next time, bon appetit.